Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of the Jstation podcast. My name is Joe.
I'm Jimmy.
And I am Jamie. It's Jstation 3, baby.
Oh, it is. We are 3 content creators from the UK here to talk about Jim and his spot on his upper lip. Jim, how's that spot treating you?
That wasn't very nice, was it?
You kept blabbing on about it before we started, so I thought I had to bring it up.
It's fine, yeah. He's moving in for the summer now. Not you know the summer's a long time away, but it's getting cozy now, and then it won't have to unpack later. You know, like when you move into a new place and you're living out of cardboard boxes for a little while. It's very much like that.
And are those cardboard boxes your moustache?
Yes. Who told you it was detachable? You know that's a secret.
Well, Jimmy always looks like one of those imposters with the fake glasses and mustache. Jim's like the guy who is an imposter.
That's Jim's pretty sus.
Made off Jim's face.
He is pretty sus.
I look like a little crewman. Little crewman.
We have played Among Us together, and Jim is sus. I'm
never sus.
He's always the one that I am never sure about. But then the giggle kind of gives it away sometimes.
Sometimes it gives it away, but sometimes I use it to my advantage, which is great, because I've done that in poker as well. Played a few games and just be like, tee, and they're like, I don't know if he's got good cards or not, and then I'll win. It's great.
Are you telling me sometimes the giggle was fake?
Maybe.
That's the biggest upset of 2020. Fuck everything else. That's the biggest upset.
No, this is still minor, I think.
For anyone who is new to the J3 channel, the Jimmy Giggle is quite a popular thing. It makes it around and it's made some waves. It's made news headlines and all kinds of things. And Jimmy's now telling us that sometimes it's not real. It's coming as a big shock, and I feel pretty disappointed.
It's a reoccurring segment as well on the channel, especially when we do our J3 ways. We'll be together and everyone will be like, shut up, we need to hear Jimmy giggle. And
I can attempt to. This isn't like a dick swinging competition, but I can one up you on the spot thing, on the old spot lip thing. I've got 2 canker sores in my mouth, on the inside, like just underneath my teeth, like my bottom row of teeth. And
is
one
that
of
what
them
we
is
call
on that
ulcer?
It's kind of like an ulcer, but it doesn't like turn into like a lump or anything. It's just really sore, and if anything touches it, it just stings, and it's the worst. But one of them is specifically on that bit of like that one little tiny string bit of gum that like connects your lip to the bottom of your mouth.
Oh no!
I hope you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's the worst.
Why didn't you call in sick? We would have got in your replacement.
Yeah, call in sick. Well, a slightly hurty mouth that can't come in for the podcast today. What do you mean you can't come in? You do it from home. Shut up, man.
You don't understand. It's really bad. I'm in bed.
I can't open my mouth.
Possibly lift my tongue off the pillow.
I think I've always just called them ulcers. Like any mouth sore of any kind, I've just called an ulcer. Always known.
I wasn't sure what it was, so I did the old let's go on the internet and diagnose myself. It might be mouth cancer, you know. I did that old thing.
Dr. Jamie.
And that was the conclusion that I've come to. It's starting to go down finally, but it's lasted like a week. It's been not fun.
Can you fun. Now that you're now you got your medical license, can you check this rash for me? It's just on my bum cheeks. I hope that's okay.
That you don't need to give me an excuse to look at your bum cheeks, Jimmy. You could just turn to me and say, excuse me, can you look at my... I don't know why you'd say excuse me either. I don't know why you'd address me like that. But you could turn to me at any point and ask me to look at your bum cheeks, and I'd willingly do it.
Aside from like the first time I met you, I don't think I've ever been polite to you.
You've had a go at me for not being polite to you once, if you remember.
Yeah.
When we were in Clinton's that one time. Well, you treated me like a 12-year-old.
In Clinton's?
It was in Clinton's. I forget where. We were somewhere in a Clinton's, and I was buying obviously a card. I don't know why else I'd be in Clinton's.
Could have been a scented candle.
The
many range of gifts.
Oh yeah, I guess it could have been. And yeah, the cat. Obviously, I didn't have my wallet ready to pay, as you do when you go to a till. So I had my hands full of bags, and I just quickly turned to Jim and was like, "Oh, hold that for a sec, would you?" And he just went, "Please." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Sorry." Because you were in like looking after your like nephew mode or something like that, I think.
Yeah, because we just come back from being in Norfolk. So every time, like, you know, when like kids do things, they'll be like, I want that. And you'll be like, I want that what? Or something.
Uncle
if
Jimmy
Jamie asked me to do it, I'll just wait, please.
It was like a stern parent please as well. It wasn't just like a please.
That's I just like immediately I was like,
please.
What? Oh.
That's one time you've had a go at me for not being polite. And for that, I apologise. Even though that was a good like
Finally.
5 years ago.
Took 5 years.
It's been waiting for it.
Tick that one off. Do it.
Dewey. Jimmy, I'm growing more and more concerned of that rash you've just spoke about. Have you been trying to shave your buttocks with a butter knife again? Because I think I know the issue.
Have you had a similar problem?
No.
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
No question mark.
Do you not shave your butt cheeks? Legit question. Have you ever shaved your butt cheeks?
Oh yeah, it's got to be silky smooth.
Exactly. If not, it's just like saving food for later, you know.
Well, like, I can't believe what we're about to... No, I'm in two minds of whether to bring up this topic, but we're already there, so we should carry on. When you're pooing, Jimmy knows about this. He's done a fair few. Like,
I've read a research paper or two in my time.
Yeah.
Oh, good. We're back here again.
If you're not clean shaven, you can get rippy bits pull out, hairs on the exit. You know what I mean, and it's painful. So just eliminate the chance of that happening with a nice shave, but not with a butter knife. You'll get a rash. Butter knife. Yeah.
Or even a straight edge razor. You got to go like the 5-blade Gillette, all singing, dancing. It plays Radio 2 music when you press the power on button.
Oh, the hydrodynamic supersonic razor blades that are minute.
Yeah. They always got such ridiculous naming conventions as well. Like you said, it'd be like the platinum gun steel dirt oil hydrobolic thunder razor.
I've got that
9.
one.
That's my DJ name, I think.
And you'd be like, what happened to the first 8? And you're like, don't talk about it.
Yeah, it's like the pizza place down my road, Pizza King 6. What happened
it's not there
anymore.
It's gone.
It's not there anymore.
No, well, they're probably trying to make 7, but 6 is gone.
It's been renamed, hasn't it, to something that's nowhere near as fun as Pizza King Grill 6.
Yeah, it's...
Although, to be fair, from the
Food
outside,
Nation.
It looks a lot nicer than it
does.
used to. Because it looked like an absolute shithole before.
It did look like a dump. What is
But
with...
Sorry, what I was going to say was it looked like they named it by just like pulling some sort of one-arm bandit roulette wheel of words, and then it just came up with 3 food-related words, and they went, cool, nice, chuck a 6 on the end of it, I do.
Pizza King Grill 6.
I was thinking more as like, do you know when like you choose your Xbox name, it's going to be like, my name is Tyler. It's like, sorry, but you can have Tyler 4, Tyler 98, X _ Tyler _ X.
XX _ Billy _ XX.
And he's obviously just went to call himself King Pizza Grill or something like that. And they were like, oh, sorry, that one's taken. What about King Pizza Grill 1?
Not even
2,
that.
3?
It's like, I just want to be called King. It's like, right, the closest thing we've got, Pizza King Grill 6.
Yeah, all right. Don't want to argue with you.
We should look it up, see if it's a gamer tag, see if it exists. See if that guy's also got a gamer tag, Pizza King Grill 6.
I hope he's got 1,000 gamer score in Halo 3. But then why even bother otherwise? If he hasn't got dual katanas on his back, hitting people assassination style, why even play the game? I was one achievement from getting that. The dual katanas, 1,000 gamer score doodah. And it was a double headshot of a sniper, and I just couldn't get anyone together to do it to the point where I stopped caring.
This upsets me. You're supposed to be a pro gamer.
That's saddening.
I know. Then holding the torch for the J3 channel. But here we are, letting you guys. No.
Jim, you earn money through gaming. You need to be better than that. Look,
it's weird.
Priorities.
It's something I'll never get used to.
I know.
It's strange, isn't it?
Strange. Although I'm not saying that
we make a camera a few days a week, and people go, like, I want to keep watching this, but also give you some money for it. I'm like, what? Why? Why? This is so weird. It's very great at the same time because it helps us to like make better stuff like this. I suppose we definitely would have made a podcast if we hadn't have gone to Twitch. I reckon. I don't think it would have happened.
Or exactly. And if we were to make a podcast with like my old microphone set up and everything else, and the same with Jamie's, we both had like the blue snowballs.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
the
it
snowballs.
would have sounded a bit like this, and then Joe would have been crystal clear.
Yeah.
So you're very welcome.
Although,
wait, no, we're very grateful. Thank you.
That's great. That's brilliant. You're welcome that we make content for you to watch and pay us for. No problem.
We appreciate you.
I'm welcome. Jim, I'd like to point out that although that was very nice, you were still scrounging off me a fair bit.
For sure.
That microphone you're talking into
hello
is mine.
Nah.
All right, it's not anymore. It's gone.
I've
Jimmy's
written my
own.
name on it all the way down the shaft.
If
So,
you wrote your name on it, I've got no say in it, really.
But exactly by the playground rules. I don't write these rules, by the way. They just exist. And,
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's mine. Don't know what to do about that.
No, literally, I understand. It's gone. It's yours.
We've both scrounged a bit off you, though. My PC case is your old one.
Yeah, I was getting rid of that,
I did
though.
buy myself a new one, and I hated it. And then you were like, I'm getting rid of one. It's bigger. Yes, please.
Why
Yeah.
did you hate the one? I've got the same case as you.
No, not that
Your
one.
old
Yeah, when I bought my new rig, I bought a new case for it, and it was just too small, and the cable management in it was awful, and the side panel just gave you no space for cables whatsoever.
It was
I did not like it.
Doming off the edge of the case, was it? Full of
It
cables.
was. It genuinely was. It was dome like the not like an outset of it. Like, it just wasn't big enough, and it ended up breaking one of my SSDs as well, which had to be taped down to the bottom of the case, and the cable wrapped over the front of it to stop it from being all rubbish.
Sad times.
In my head, I've got an image of Jamie with like the PC on the floor, and he's put his knee on it, like you're trying to pack luggage, trying to slide on the side panel.
Yeah,
It
well,
wasn't far off.
Close.
used
I've
two
got
hands
James,
and a
my work
face.
friend, to help. We both had to I had to basically lay on it while James then tried to push the clips in and then screw it on at the back. It was not fun. Not fun. This new case is so much better for cable management. There's so much space. I love it.
And you figured out how to turn it off noisy mode.
And I did that. I found the remote. I'd put it under the PC. Of course I did. Where else
Nice.
would I put it? It took
Safe
me ages
keeping.
to find that.
Have you ever done that sort of thing where you're like, I'm going to put it in a safe place. I'll remember this. And you'll do the whole thing where you like tell yourself 3 times in your mind where it is. And you're like, I put it here, put it here, put it here. And then it'll come to trying to find it. And you have no idea. And then one day you open the fridge and it's in the fridge for some stupid reason.
It's in the fridge.
I've done it
It's
before.
been
I put a TV remote in the fridge once.
There's been a good few times where I've gone to put something in the fridge and realized that it doesn't belong in the fridge. It's just like an autopilot thing, isn't it? I must
Exactly.
be hungry or something when I'm like, I just go to the fridge to put something in there. But I don't think I've ever actually physically put something in there like a TV remote that doesn't belong. But I nearly put like the bottle of squash in there when I went to put the milk back instead. I put the milk in the cupboard and the squash like in the fridge. I was like, no, this is wrong.
It's like when you put the bottle in the bin and the lid on the side and you're like, oh shit, that bottle was full.
I've done one worse. One of my old childhood memories, a disappointing memory, was me being super excited because Grandma came around and she brought me a Milky Bar, bar, I guess.
Oh.
And I was so excited to eat it. I ran into the kitchen, undone the wrapper, and then threw the chocolate in the bin and was left with the wrapper. And I was probably about 6, and I'd remember the disappointment because the bin was full of crap. It wasn't like it was just like a bit of paper in there. It was filled with like old food and like rotten stuff.
So you
And
can even
I couldn't save
dive.
it. I couldn't save it. And I was too embarrassed to tell anyone, so I just went up to my room and sulked.
I can imagine just on the end of your
Brilliant.
bed with your arms crossed, like chocolate bars in a bin.
Pretty much.
This is the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone.
And at that
Should have
age,
palmed it off.
white chocolate was my
like-
favourite.
Made it seem like some sort of aggressive stab at your nan. Just like, oh, thanks, nan. I'll just chuck the chocolate in the bin.
Make it look like I was
I
meant
like
to do
Milky
it.
Bar.
Only like double white chocolate. Like
Come
double
on,
chocolate
Grandma, give me a
chocolate.
full-size one at least.
Yeah.
Is double white chocolate just frozen milk? Is that what that is?
Okay, at that point, yeah. The milk has looked at chocolate and then it's gone, oh, I could be that. And then it just doesn't. Like
So-
a mini milk.
That was my loss of the year. I know we've got wins of the week, but that was my loss of the year that year.
My loss of the
God,
year.
that was
How old were you at the time?
about 6. That
Teens.
was- yeah, 26. It was a couple of years ago.
I never quite got over it.
You're gonna come
every
down.
year since
No!
6. Every year since 6, he's written a letter to Santa. Please, can you replace that Milky Bar? Never got it.
I was gonna say, do you know like when someone experiences a traumatic event and when that time comes around in a year again, they start getting a little bit down that time of year. So like the 5th of May, Joe just goes, oh, it's Milky Bar Day.
Milky Bar Day.
So I can't
Yeah.
come into work today. I don't want to talk about it. Just hangs up.
Yeah,
You
this
get a
is
little bit sad every time you see your grandma.
Oh, well,
For
now.
like the years afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, even when I was in the supermarket with Mum and there was a Milky Bar on the shelf, you just go,
You tear up.
It's just not the same. You could just buy another one, Joe. No.
Yeah, I'm like,
taste as good.
I earn money now. I could buy my own. I could physically walk to the shops now and get one if I wanted to, but it's just not the same. Like, the disappointment I felt that day can't be reimbursed with the joy I'd feel today of buying a new one out of my own pocket. It doesn't work that way.
Something that I enjoy way too much as an adult is grocery or food shopping, because I have no self-control and I will buy obviously I'll buy like meals and stuff, but half of my shopping trolley, if I'm left unattended, will look like you've given a 10-year-old £100 in a sweet shop. Told them to go nuts.
Supermarket sweep.
Exactly. I'm just like, oh, Doritos, all multi-pack bars of chocolate, ice cream, get in there. And then like
nice.
my one bowl of lettuce is just like slowly getting buried by all the sugar.
Yeah, the healthy stuff's always the bottom of the trolley. You're like, the first half of your shop, you're like, this looks good. I'm doing well. And then you reach aisle 2, and then it all goes tits up.
Oh, seasonal. Oh, Christmas chocolate's in. Oh, fondue fancies. I'm in.
Yep.
Oh, fondue fancies. Oh, yum, nice.
Oh,
What a
so
shout.
good. Jodie doesn't like
Hell
them.
yeah.
Well,
all the more for you, I suppose.
it is. Yeah.
I don't know what they are.
What?
The
French fancies?
French fancies, they're like little cubey boys, and then they have a little pillow of creamy goodness on top, and they're covered in icing.
That sounds delicious.
I can't believe you haven't had one. That
I can't believe I
surprises
haven't
me.
had one.
They were like the cake your nan would normally have.
If she wasn't throwing away Milky Bars.
Yeah.
To spite you.
To spite me. She wasn't the one
Yeah.
throwing them away.
Well, she might have seen it in the bin and then went... Never since then, she's had also a vendetta against your Milky Bars.
I like to eat my fondant fancies like bottom to top.
Yeah, me too.
Eat the bottom half first, and then you get like a much higher cream to sponge ratio if you eat them the top bit afterwards. Love it. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
When I
We'll
do
buy some
eventually
for you,
get them, yeah, I'm gonna hit you guys up with some tactics. You sound like you know what you're doing, so learn from the best.
Oh, man.
Oh, you don't
tell
have
you
them
what.
often either, do you? You don't get
Nah.
French fancies often. You
I'm
buy
definitely
them as a
buying some
special
next
treat,
time.
don't you? You don't just go to the supermarket and go, oh, I fancy some fondant fancies. They're for special occasions only, or like if you do fancy them, you're like, I'm going to have them and enjoy them later.
Oh,
That's-
that reminds me of something. Do you know, I was under... This is an illusion of mine, and I believe this is a potential Mandela effect, but I'll see what you guys say. So, as Jamie said, like, you buy this thing, you treat it as like, oh, this is like a rare treat for myself. And for Christmas, my mum used to always buy the ice cream, the Viennetta. You know, like...
Love me a
And-
Viennetta.
I thought, like, for like years growing up, I thought it was like this super expensive, like you had to go to
Yeah.
like a specialist shop, like, because it only came out at that time of year. Never had it any other. And then I was like, oh yeah, like you never see them anywhere, thinking they're like mad, crazy, posh, expensive food. And then like when I was like 18 working in Asda, I saw it on sale for £1 and it shattered my tiny mind. Did you guys have that experience as well?
I know what you mean. They look expensive, don't they? Viennettas look like
Yeah.
they are like really expensive. But yeah, I think I never really knew the cost of them. But we didn't really have them that much, like when I was a kid. If I'm honest, I also don't think they're that great either.
They're not
Controversial,
now.
Big gasp.
No,
But-
well, I love the mint
I
ones.
never really enjoyed them then.
You love the whip one, Joes?
The mint ones.
Oh,
Those ones were the good ones.
the mint one's the only one I ever had. I never knew there were other flavors.
Well, there's like vanilla, which is meh.
Milk flavor, as Jamie would call it.
Yeah.
Milk flavor.
I mean, it
Vanilla
was with
doesn't
those
exist.
because the vanilla wasn't even that vanilla-y. It was just milky,
Milk.
I guess. Yeah.
There it is, because it doesn't exist.
Like the
Vanilla
McDonald's
is
vanilla
not real.
just tastes like milk.
Well, I don't know how vanilla, which is very dark in color, almost black, can create an
Yeah.
ice cream that's white. That
point,
yeah, I can see Jamie's. I can see Jamie's point. It doesn't exist.
It just doesn't taste of anything. It's milk.
Yeah.
Also, did you just say the ice cream at McDonald's? When did you have the ice cream at McDonald's? There's no way that they had
What?
a working ice
I
cream
said
machine.
milkshake.
Oh, either way, there's no way you had a cold anything from McDonald's, right? The machine's always broken.
I think I've been quite lucky. I have a good track ratio of getting cold beverages and or snacks from McDonald's.
It's all right for some.
The hash browns at the High Wycombe McDonald's started to taste like fish. I don't know why, but they did, and it really upset
That
me.
means they're not cleaning their oil. Ew.
Yeah, it happened like twice in a row, and I was like, I can't. I was gutted because I love their hash browns. Well, I did, and now not so much.
Make your own, it'll change your life.
I do
Just
like
get a-
hash browns. I love
Oh,
the
that's a good
American
idea.
ones. American hash browns are
Exactly.
like, I don't know why we don't. Why do we not do them like that? They're so good.
It's so easy as well. You literally just like box grate them, give them a wash, fry them in oil, put some salt and pepper on. Easy peasy, bada bing, bada boom.
Done.
Yeah, like basically shedded or shredded potato.
Yeah. Great idea.
Yeah, it's nice. I don't know if though I like it a lot because it's I never have it, only when I go to America. Maybe if that was my norm and came over to the UK, I'd like our hash browns more.
But
Yeah,
I don't know.
valid point.
Yeah, but no, I'm definitely of the opinion that regardless, I think I would believe that American ones are better. There's not a lot of things I think American food is better in, but hash browns is definitely one of them.
Yeah,
Is there
they do
another
them
one
right.
that you can think of off the top of your head?
I think that American food is better than English.
Yeah, like is there an American food that you're like, you know what, they definitely do that better than we do?
I don't know, to be honest. I guess I haven't tried enough. Maybe Chicago style pizza, because you can only buy it frozen here, and it sucks.
True.
Because it's
I
not
still
even a
haven't had it.
Chicago style pizza.
It's a pizza pie, isn't it?
You had it with us in Florida.
Yeah, we went to that
but
place.
not like a Chicago one.
From
like
Chicago.
From Chicago.
Oh yeah, but the pizza chain is from Chicago.
Yeah, I remember going
Giovanni's,
to that.
wasn't it? I think it was called.
Yeah, that restaurant we went to where it was like, yeah, like a pizza pie. But that's not Chicago. I need the Chicago real deal stuff. You've been there, haven't you? And actually had one.
I have. I had a weird experience of that. So I was born in. He was born in Chicago, which is a weird thing to say, because I was cabin crew at the time. I may have mentioned this before. And yeah, I was like, right, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, sort of thing. So I was like, I want to go find somewhere where I can have like a personal sized Chicago pizza. And I was walking around downtown area because that's where the hotel was, and I just like threw Google Maps open. I was like, right, Chicago style pizza. There's this one called, I think it was called like Chicago Pizza One, and it was one of the debated restaurants where they believe they started off this style of pizza. So I was like, all right, cool. I go in, and like all the staff are like mega chatty because American waiting staff
Because
are,
America.
I suppose. Yep. So I was talking to the guy, telling him I was from England and everything else, and he was like, "Oh, I got a friend who lives in London." I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to know them." And
Turns out.
yeah, he's my Uncle Barry.
Oh, Barry Bazza.
Good buzz. So he sits me at the bar because tables are for couples only, and he tells me what to order, and then this girl walks in, and there's like the whole restaurant for her to sit in, and they make her sit next to me the entire time, and I was like, really? So like forced to talk to this person I have no idea, I've never met before. And turns out she studied in Cambridge. So I was like, oh, cool. We can like talk about something at least.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
You could have like put him like a couple of seats down at the bar or something. And if like I was talking to you and you were talking to her, we could have communicated that way. But I was like, I don't want to be shoulder to shoulder with someone I don't know.
Maybe they thought you looked like a good couple. And let's set these two up. They look compatible.
We're like, sorry, sir, I am happily taken.
Is
then
that what you said to her? That's
By
rude.
two boys, Jamie and Joe, baby.
Yeah. No, well, he didn't ask or anything like that. It was just a weird way that they set us, I think. Maybe that was their intention. They were trying to be some weird matchmaking restaurant. And I just didn't read the description properly or something.
Yeah, you're just there pawning off this poor girl who's trying to get a date.
Maybe if you guys had have hit it off, you'd have been upgraded to a table if they're for couples only.
Nuts.
Missed a trick.
Could have scammed them big time. Maybe got a free upgrade.
Yeah, maybe. That's
From
how it
a 9-inch
works.
pizza to a 9.5-inch pizza.
We
talked about food a lot.
Yes,
we always do.
In that case, because you've had a genuine Chicago pizza, how did it compare to the chain we went to in Florida?
It's not far off, to be honest. The one in Chicago was better. But it's because it was like a family restaurant thing where the other one was a chain.
Yeah,
nice.
But for the experience, it worked out quite nicely. It was pretty close. Sweet. To have pizza, which is basically pie crust with hot tomato sauce filling, cheese, and toppings. So it's really
lovely.
a pie without the top, but it was great anyway.
It was good. I remember the pizza taking ages, but then I guess I'm also not surprised because it would take longer to cook anyway. But I remember us ordering it, and the guy warned us and was like, "It's gonna be a while." And then didn't we go somewhere? Like a couple of us went. I remember leaving the restaurant.
I think we picked something up from the shop, didn't we, for the next day?
Yeah, something like that.
you two left, yeah.
So we were just like, might as well do that while we're waiting then.
By that time, we went to Wild Wings and left Jodie in the car.
Good times.
Collectively, we.
Yeah. Okay, you
She was
blame all of
responsible
us.
for her, not us.
No, you can't put Parma off on me. It was definitely a group effort because no one else called it out.
I think we can palm it off on you because
Nah.
you were sat in front of her and you were the one that was supposed to let her out of the car. And because cars are so big and Jodie's so small, when one of those car doors were open, you can't see behind it at all. And I think we just assumed that you'd let her out.
To be fair, people were like filing out from both sides, so she could have got out the other side too.
But she was sat on your side. You
So
know,
we had. Sorry,
go on.
I was going to say what the car was and give like the listeners an image.
So was I, but you do it.
Damn it! I read your mind. I want to say Wayne. Are we in love? Finally.
What do you mean
What car did
finally?
you have? What was it? It was a 7-seater, but I forget what it was.
It's a Nissan. I want to say like a Commodore or something like that.
It was a big boy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's for sure a
It was
Nissan.
big, heckin' chunky car. Although all cars out there are, but this was a big
Yeah.
heckin' chunker.
This was a unit on purpose.
It was.
So Jodie
awesome.
was in like in the back where
boot.
yeah, essentially where the seats come up in the boot. So she was the third row in the car, and sat in front of her was Jimmy. So in order for her to get out, her natural path would be to the seat Jimmy was sat in. The seat would have to go down to then give her access to the door where she can leave. But Jimmy, in his rush, in his excitement for wangs, ran out the car, didn't move the seat, closed the door, and we all got out a different exit. So how was the onus on us than as opposed to you, Jim?
It was definitely on all of us because no one called it out until we got to the restaurant doors and we all went, we forgot Jodie.
I didn't call it out because my eyes were definitely fixated on Buffalo Wild Wings. There was nothing else on my
Admission of
mind than looking at Buffalo Wild Wings. But I still believe that you are responsible for your own partner and not us.
I would agree with
Well,
Jim.
yeah,
I was a
for
lone
sure,
wolf.
but
It was
you
great.
can't-
I was
you can't-
responsible for no one. It was great.
I'm not 100% to blame here. We're all equal. Well, not equally, but part to blame. I'm more to
I'll tell you
blame.
what. We should ask Jodie at some point. We'll have to come back. Maybe
Yeah.
next episode after asking Jodie, and we'll give a firm conclusion as to who she thinks is to blame.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I managed to get my girlfriend out of the car successfully.
Oh,
True, but you might have been sat together. I can't remember who drove.
I
great
can't
question.
remember.
I'm trying to think of what side of the car I would have got out
There's
of.
no way we're going to remember the
No,
specifics.
no way.
Man, what trip though? Let's do that again.
'Cause
Let's
we-
go to Colorado.
I would love to go back. I love America. It's great over there.
Just Florida's
Yeah,
so cheap.
Excited to go back.
It is very cheap.
It
compared
is
to
so
Colorado.
cheap.
Well, it was.
It's
Who
so
knows
cheap,
what's
and
going to
it's so
happen
flat.
now?
It's so flat.
Yeah. Either way, who knows what the price is going to do now, but it'll still be the
Yeah.
cheapest out of the rest of them, no matter what.
True. But we've got friends
because
to go see
Florida.
now.
What's
We
that?
can't just. I said we've got friends to go to now.
That's
Go
true.
see now. They're all in different states as well.
Yeah.
So either we get everyone to conglomerate. Is that the right word? I don't know. Meet in Florida. Congregate. That's the one. Everybody
You were
What
thinking
was
of
the first
conglomerate,
word?
weren't you?
Conglomerate. Isn't that like a group of businesses?
No idea.
You know what? I'm actually unsure.
Is it like a conglomerate of penguins?
Conglomerate of penguins. Is
So,
the
yeah.
collective noun for all three J3 boys a conglomerate?
A conglomerate of J's.
I'm not even going to
Yeah,
try
everyone
and
meet-
say that. I know I'll mess it up.
Meet us in the Four Seasons Kissimmee Hotel. Was it? We weren't in a Four Seasons. Were we?
Damn.
Or something else.
We could only wish.
Yeah, we couldn't afford a Four Seasons.
It was
Total landscaping.
the cheapest one, or like the second cheapest one on Virgin's website.
Oh, yeah, we
it wasn't the
went one up,
cheapest,
didn't
but
we?
it was close to. Yeah.
Well,
Because
it's,
Jamie had gone the year prior and stayed in the cheapest one and didn't have good things to say about it.
No, we went to.
Is that right?
No.
Every other time I'd been to the one that's literally the other side of the road.
Oh.
And it's our favorite one, but it was way more expensive to stay there.
But
So
there was
we
like
were just
next to
"Ah, screw
no
it, we'll go to
difference.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same sort of service, except they didn't. There was one thing they didn't have. I think I want to say the buffet was just crap compared to. Was it Jumbo's? I think it's called Jumbo's or something.
Yeah.
Big food, big fun at the other restaurant, at the other
Oh, yeah.
hotel. Sorry,
Didn't they
Yeah.
call you like two bagels, Jamie, or something?
2 bagels,
Jamie rooted to in big stride
2 bagels. That was when we called you Lawbreaker Joe as well.
lawbreaker. Yeah.
Did you
Lawbreaker
cross the
Joe.
road without pressing the button?
It was that plus I think it was just that you were speeding like when you were driving. I'm pretty sure it was just something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's why we called you Lawbreaker
Like-
Joe.
Lawbreaker Joe.
80 mile an hour.
Lawbreaker Joe. Oh,
I
boy.
would have never pictured Joe as the bad boy. So pure and innocent.
The underdog bad boy.
But we don't
Jamie
talk
would be the
about
one who breaks crimes.
We don't talk about the other
Breaks
two members
crimes.
on that
Breaks
holiday.
crimes.
No.
Am I some sort of weird superhero going out breaking crimes?
Stop! You've not broke that crime hard enough. Let me show you.
I'm not
You
quite
didn't just
sure.
rob them, but you leave them with 2 black eyes. Thanks, crime breaker.
Right.
Crime breaker. I sing to myself as I leave.
Jamie's hit new sitcom.
I'd watch it.
Only in sitcom format. It's got to be.
Oh, damn. I was hoping for the Game of Thrones spin-off.
Is it going to be one of those like fourth wall breaking kind of sitcoms where I keep talking to the camera?
Is it because you love Deadpool so much?
Sure.
Is that why you would
I'll happily,
do that sort
I'll
of
happily
stuff?
base it off of that. I was just trying to think of like what the cheesiest type of sitcom is, and I feel like it's one where they break the fourth wall.
Did you see Ryan Reynolds' new Match.com advert that came out this
No.
week? Have you not? Did I not send it to you?
No, I don't. You might have,
Ah.
but maybe I missed it.
Joe, have you seen it?
Nope.
Oh, I'm going to explain it to you because it's amazing. So,
Go for it.
Ryan Reynolds is in full, like, bodysuit makeup as the devil. And he's, like, laying on his throne in hell, like, swiping on Tinder. And then it says, match found! And he, like, goes to, like, this bridge in the middle of, like, nowhere, America. This girl comes up to him and goes, Satan? And he goes, oh, hi. Yeah, I probably don't look like my profile picture. She goes, oh, don't worry about it. I'm 2020. And then, like, it's like this whole, like, falling in love romance thing of them, like, calling plague and pestilence across everywhere. And then it's just like Match.com at the end. And it was great. And then,
That's
like,
quite funny.
credits Ryan Reynolds. Because you
That
can't
sounds
tell it's
like-
him. The makeup is so well done.
That sounds like a Ryan Reynolds kind of advert.
Yeah.
Satan and 2020 are ironically a match made in heaven.
A match made in hell. Which equally is just as powerful in love. See, love can exist in both planes. Look at that. We've discovered something new too. We've broke ground.
Thanks, Match.com.
Well done, Match.
This is brought to you by the conglomerative.
Oh, I heard that.
No, you didn't.
We're not cutting that out.
Hey, if Jimmy gets to cut stuff out, so do I.
It hacks my computer. I'm gonna find that voice break. Sunglasses on as well. I'm in.
It was annoying because I deliberately tried to go deep voice and the exact opposite happened. I wasn't
like you
ready.
get-
It's always the way.
I wasn't
You
warmed
have
up.
one every day. Well, every time we're on camera together, you have one, but it's normally when we're not recording or streaming.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
true.
unfortunate that it was now.
I normally have at least one per stream though. So I'm used to it. Everyone knows it. It's become
well-
norm. No, just like norm, as in Norman. It's become Norman.
Can I quickly throw back for your consideration? Go back to Christmas food
Okay.
because I want to know what you guys think of this. I put a picture in Discord, so if you're not part of our Discord, here's a cheeky plug. DM us for link, I guess, or go on our Instagram, J3 channel, and then there will be a link to our Discord on there. Anyway, for your consideration, I posted a picture of gingerbread digestive biscuits, chocolate digestives, and I want to know your boys' thoughts.
Oh, yes.
Suppose I go find it then. Is it under food?
I think it is, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because we were rating a meal deal, but the Angry Vikings meal deal. But he bought raisin and biscuit Yorkie. Could have regular.
Let's come back to the meal deal thing because I would love to try. I would love to try and make it a thing where anyone that listens in just sends us a picture of a meal deal and we'll rate it on like the following podcast or something. That'd be great. But we'll come back to the meal deals.
That's a good
Going
idea.
to your gingerbread digestives. I would try them. I like ginger flavored things. I like ginger nuts, ginger nut creams. I like gingerbread. I think adding the chocolate is possibly a bit weird. I think that ginger and chocolate is a really difficult combination to get right. But I would try them. You said they were good. You tried them, I think.
I'm fully sold on them, and I have bought packets since because they're so tasty.
Nice.
I hate
I'd give them
ginger
a go.
nuts on their own. I think they're a weak tier biscuit.
Oh
but they're
no! Oh, that makes me
But
sad.
I know. I'm sorry. Jody
We're going to
loves
have a
them.
biscuit off now. We are, aren't we? That's naturally where this is leading.
So I was just like, well, I'll give this a scud because it's got like I like ginger.
Scud?
but-
I haven't heard someone say scud in forever.
You're the one who normally says it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh, sorry.
I haven't heard anyone say it since Jamie said it in 2013.
Give me a scud.
when I first met him,
2013.
hey, do you
Yeah.
want to be my friend? Let's give it a scud.
Just give it a scud.
It's been love ever since. But yeah, it is wicked. It's got just a nice gingery taste, but it's got that chocolate digestive vibe. It hits Christmas and delicious all in one.
There's a bigger question though. How good is it for Dunkin'?
Oh, I haven't gone there yet.
Because
I think it'll be a
that's
good
basically
Dunkin',
how us Brits determine what is and isn't a good biscuit, by its dunkability.
I think a digestive is a good dunker anyway. It normally keeps its form if you accidentally hold it for a bit too long. So I would put this probably up to the 8. 8 out of 10, I think, for Dunkin'. Maybe 8.5. But I haven't tested it, so this is
a educated guess rather than... Okay.
Looks like it's solid enough to keep some structural integrity, but not too solid that the water will just fall off.
Exactly.
Do they have the consistency of a normal digestive, or is it more like gingerbread?
No, it's the consistency of a normal digestive, which is why I love it.
That's strange.
Nice.
I think my thing with ginger nut is because it's too crunchy for me.
Right.
Like I like a crunch, but not that much of a crunch. Like that's like gum cutting crunch.
A gum cutting crunch.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I'll well, I'll have to try it. I'm not sure what it'll be like. And it's got chocolate on top as well, which is doesn't sound like it'd go with ginger, like Jamie said earlier. Sounds like it's a hard thing to get right. Feels like icing maybe.
If by next week the tier system goes our way, I'll bring a pack.
Sounds good.
If it doesn't, maybe I'll post you one.
I've just been hearing news. It's probably going to be going the other way to what we want, but oh well.
Yeah, London's about to hit tier 3. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised it wasn't in the first place. However, let's steer away from that. We were talking about food, which is much more fun and exciting and good for the palate.
True. Literally.
Yeah. So for me, a good dunkable biscuit, and I say this all the time and everyone always looks at me really weird, but it works. Party rings.
All right.
Party rings do not fall apart at all. You dunk them in, you can hold them there forever and they won't fall apart. And also the icing, like, is it icing? I don't really know what it is that's on top
I'd call
of a
it
party
icing,
ring.
but I don't think chefs would call it icing.
Yeah. That gives like a nice little bit of sweetness to the tea, but also to your mouth. It's great. I'm a big fan. They're good to dunk. Give it a go. Try it sometime.
I will.
What about you, Joe?
No, that does sound like a good shout. I like party rings, but they've got like a hard shell that will keep everything intact, but the soft bit in the middle as well that's good for dunking. Yeah, I can see that working.
They're good.
Nice.
What else? What do you mean? What about me? What's
I forgot that you don't drink tea, so
I still like dunking in tea if anyone near me has tea.
Every time I do that, Jodie, I get told off. She goes, "Oh, you get your own tea," and then gets mad at me. I think she's scared of me having the tea break off in her tea and then ruining her tea. Tea.
What?
The tea break off in her tea. I think you meant the biscuit, but we'll go with it.
Yeah. I was so wrapped up in saying tea several times.
Jim's caught in a loop.
Help!
It's hard to get him out.
Got in a trap.
Nice.
Have you seen that meme go around about the never gonna give you up paradox, where
No.
if you ask Rick Astley for the Disney film Up DVD, you will then get stuck in an awkward loop because he says he's never going to give you up, but he's never going to let you down. But actually, by not giving you up, he lets you down. So you're stuck in the Rick Astley paradox.
Oh man, that's awful. I will never ask him for the movie Up.
Yeah, never going to give you up, never going to let you down, but you have let me down by not giving me up. I can't believe this.
That seems like a very easy thing he can go on Twitter and do to like get quick credibility.
Yeah, probably.
Just like, look, he did it. He acknowledges the meme. So if I'm aware, I think he doesn't like rickrolling.
Correct. Yeah, he doesn't like that. It's become a meme.
Yeah.
I'm not
This reminds me of a tweet that I saw today, actually. The YouTube Twitter account had tweeted something today that was something like, I can't remember what the tweet was, but it was basically asking people to send in like videos like that make you happy, I think.
Okay.
And someone had done that thing where they use like a kind of link changer thing where you can like get it to change what the thumbnail of the image is. And then they'd replied to YouTube with like this video. It looked like a video of like cats and dogs or something like that, but it was actually a link to the Rick Roll song. And then
Brilliant.
YouTube responded and was like, "Did you just Rick Roll YouTube?" And this person was like, "I finally did it." Yeah, from there, everyone was basically like, if this can happen, anything's possible.
If we can Rickroll the platform in which Rickrolling is a thing, we've won. We have won the internet. We've
won.
officially completed it.
And someone's done it. It's happened.
Congratulations, that person.
Well done. We should find their username and then at them. Just a few days later, when all the hype's died down, just like, we're proud of you.
Don't worry, we're still thinking of you. When their popularity has gone away,
Exactly.
we'll be like, you're still in our minds. Don't you worry.
And that's the most important thing as well. It's not just 15 minutes of fame. You affect someone's life forever. We want them to know that.
We're not just anyone. We're Twitch streamers. With 850 followers, I'll have you know.
Oh, wait. Is that a plug I smell? I can smell
I don't know. How does it smell? Does it smell like
raspberries?
J3 channel. I'm doing my thing again. Twitch.tv/J3 channel. We stream over there 5 days a week. We'd appreciate you if you came in, said hi. We don't bite, we promise. We also are on YouTube as well. YouTube.com/J3 channel. Do check out the videos. Unless you're already watching this on YouTube, in which case, thank you. Thank you for joining in.
If you're watching this on YouTube, we've got a podcast over on Spotify. Search Jstation.
Well, listen to it
check
once.
out episode 2, Santa's Milk.
Santa's Milk. We're not going to tell you why it was called Santa's Milk. You have to go back and listen to it, silly.
Yeah,
And if
exactly.
you've already listened to it, wasn't it so good, right? It's pretty funny. You're in on the joke now.
I was going for visual comedy because we're all on cameras again while Jay was plugging, trying to make Jamie smile or something, and he just looked at me really disappointingly.
Oh, I was looking at Joe. I probably wasn't watching you.
Oh,
My
that's
bad.
right.
What did you do?
So wait, you were looking at me disappointingly?
And then
Oh, right.
Jamie just, his face dropped. I was like, oh no, I did something wrong.
But that suggests I did something wrong. If he was looking at me. Jamie, was that
I was
plug not up to
disappointed
your
because
standards?
you went to do your j3channel.tv/Twitch or wherever it is you normally do. That's probably why.
I was thinking of just keeping that as a YouTube only thing. Shouldn't
We should claim
because
that
it won't
then.
make sense. It won't make sense on the podcast.
Well, the podcast does go on YouTube, so loophole.
Wee.
Damn. If you guys want to
Stop doing the-
understand this, go watch all of our other YouTube episodes. Well, not all of
the
them.
banner thing.
No,
The
all of
banner
them.
thing.
Yeah, not all of
I
them.
never
From
get tired
like
of the banner thing.
from this year only.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I was going to say, like, surely we did some videos before, but no, we didn't.
I think it was Christmas last year was the last few we got out before we got more out this year.
Oh my goodness.
Funny enough. What a sentence. Hey, Jimmy,
OMG.
Yes.
have you had any wins this week?
Oh, I've been so busy, it's unreal.
Have you,
Have I-
I mean, you've been busy trying to get stuff done. Have you got any of that stuff done? And if
I
you
do have a win.
in which case,
I have a win.
go
I
for
hit
it.
level 60 in World of Warcraft finally. I've been so busy for the last 2 weeks, I've had no time to play. And now I'm max level.
I was just about to ask, that's the new max, isn't it? Because it was
Yeah.
120 and then they downscaled everyone.
They did, yeah, because it was getting ridiculous and the numbers are unreal. And because there's so many expansions, they've made it so when you level normally, you don't need to go through all the expansions now. You just pick one.
Ah, good.
So it's a lot more accessible for new players, which is really cool.
And if you want to go from level 1 to 60, apparently, or from what I've heard, it won't take as long as it used to. Like
Oh, God,
getting
no.
from level 1 to 120, because that was just a upsettingly long grind without cheating or paying lots of money.
I saw something about someone doing it in about 6 hours. So it can be done really quickly if you do it right.
Could be done in one sesh if you've got the mindset and the caffeine. Jimmy's got the caffeine. The coffee.
All
boy.
this is going straight over my head.
Well,
Jamie,
just 'cause I don't
I'm
play.
really powerful in a video game. Love me.
Love me.
level
Can I
60 is the
nominate an
max.
extra-
Jimmy's at.
Can
Sorry?
I nominate an extra win for you this week?
Go on then.
Didn't you get Cyberpunk today?
Oh yeah, I did.
That counts,
which is
surely.
weird. It's on Stadia though, so it
Yeah,
doesn't
so-
count in no one's eyes apart from mine.
It's a half win.
Oh, right.
It plays really well. You have to like turn off like motion blur for it to look a lot better for some reason. So like because it's a streamed game, your graphic settings are like really limited. You can choose between frame rate and visual, I think it says.
Like the new consoles, basically. You choose
Yeah,
between
exactly.
4K 30 or 1080 60, kind of, really.
Exactly. So that's what you sort of choose. But then there's like I can remember the initials for it. It's CC. It's like chromatic something, and it's like this new hot thing in gaming where you can turn that off and like motion blur, which most gamers are going to turn off because actually it doesn't look good at the moment.
Chromatic subsampling.
It might be that.
Yeah.
So if you turn that off and turn motion blur off, the game looks amazing. But if you keep them on, it runs at 30 FPS and it's a little clunkier. But I'm pleasantly surprised of how well Stadia works. I
think-
know for a fact it'll be better on console and Steam, but for what it is, and because I'm doing it for the Chromecast and controller, it's really good. I'm really happy with it.
The fact that you get a Chromecast with it is definitely a good deal. That's
Yeah.
and the Chromecasts aren't cheap, the new ones, and they're decent as well.
Exactly.
They look really good. So I can't argue with that one. But Stadia, man, I don't know how long it's going to last.
Try it. I put the J3 account on it, so if you ever get bored and curious,
I can imagine a game like Cyberpunk.
We can give it a scud.
Give it a scud.
scud.
I can imagine a game like Cyberpunk not being affected by any minor latency. That's just like competitive kind of shooter games that you'd probably notice it if you're a hardcore COD player or something.
I would say that I've not noticed any input lag.
Well, for
Like
people
I played
that
it again
was
before we went on.
people that have been brought up on like older consoles like N64 and
I
PS1, there
suppose
was lag
we're
there anyway. Like
we're adjusted.
we're used to it. Yeah, like we press the jump button and then they jump like a few milliseconds later, which is what we're used to. We're adapted to it. So actually, we're probably going to be better on Stadia. People that have been on old consoles.
That's it. We're old now. That's it. It's time to retire. Sell
I'm
our
sorry,
PCs, boys.
Joe, the fucking galaxy brain over here. He's got it all figured out.
100.
All you've got to do is
Chromebooks.
be older.
Yeah.
Gosh, just be born earlier, guys. What are you playing at? Don't complain.
What about you, Joe? You got a win this week?
Have I got a win this week? I have. No, I
Okay.
literally just now. Well, I don't know if I count this as a win. Yes, I do. I count this as a win. I have been working in a different branch this week, and today was my last day there. I'm back in my normal place now. Yay!
Yay.
Nice.
Because that sucks compared to the place I'm at
You have to
normally.
do a long commute and stuff. It's a pain.
Yeah, longer
Different
commute,
customer base.
different customer base, out of my comfort zone, and now I'm back home, which is like a 7-minute walk to work for me, which is lovely. Although cold at the moment. Damn, it's
So
cold.
cold. Running.
Damn.
Running is pure chaos right now.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping before the new year I'll have a pretty sick new win of the week. But I'm holding on to it until I've got it.
Ooh, I'm excited. Tune in for that. Do you guys want to know what the big win of next year will be? Find out in the next episode.
Exactly. It is a reason to stay tuned, apart from because of us.
Unless the win doesn't happen. I don't know what it is.
I'll make it happen.
Okay.
Blood or thunder.
I'll make it happen.
It's basically Jimmy asking for a PS5 from his mum for Christmas. You will buy me that PS5.
Mum. Yeah. PS5, yeah?
They're cheap now.
Right.
$3.99.
Yeah, there's
But
a
you
decimal in
can't-
there at the end.
You can't buy them though. Humans can't buy gadgets. That's a quality reserved for bots nowadays.
It is. Which kind of sucks, actually. I keep getting like news articles pop up on my phone, and it's just like, the PS5 is now in stock in Argos, and I'm like, I'm sure it is. Liar.
Or it was for a split second.
Like a hot second between like 1 and 2 in the morning
Yeah.
before the bots picked them up, like you said. And
Yep.
just reflogged them on eBay.
All of the new computer hardware that's come out, bots. All of the
Have you
new
seen-
consoles that are coming out, bots. Rubbish.
It's bad, isn't it? I've been seeing a lot of noise on Reddit and Imgur and stuff about PS5s not getting delivered and like being replaced with like rocks and stuff because
Oh, ouch.
delivery drivers just keep nicking them, or people nick them off the back of the vans and stuff. That's brutal.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Yeah,
What do you do about that if you get delivered one? How do you trace it back? You know?
exactly. Unless you got like, I don't know, like ring.com footage of your driver nicking your package or like ripping it open blatantly in the public. There's no way you can really prove it, is there?
When I send stuff off via eBay, I normally always do a video of wrapping it and like putting the address on it and stuff to stop that from happening. Because I'm like, if anyone's going to be like, oh, you delivered, or it didn't arrive, or it's damaged, or la 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 la, then I can be like, but it wasn't when I wrapped it, because I'm one of those. I'm
Fair
proper,
enough. That's a
I'm
good-
proper anal about
That's
it.
a great
But
idea. I've never even thought
Yeah, I
of
never
that.
thought about that.
That's what I
Jinx.
normally do.
Damn it.
You owe me a
It
Coke.
happened.
No, doing the silence one.
It happened once where I'd sent a poster off, and then by the time it had arrived the other end, it was completely like bent, and they'd like taken a photo. They actually took a photo of it still wrapped up, and then like a photo of it being unraveled.
Oh no.
And then I was like, I didn't send it like that. And then they were just like, yeah, it's been crammed through the letterbox. So I was like, right, Royal Mail owes me money. They did actually cough up for it, weirdly,
Oh,
in
nice.
the end, because I was like, why would you try and force a poster tube through a letterbox? I don't understand why you do that. Like,
Bad day.
Yeah, it could be.
yeah, maybe took it out on a poster.
So what was your win of the week then, Jamie?
Recording a poster being sent off to the Royal Mail,
Yeah.
get his money back.
This was actually recently. I don't know how much I have win wise. I've got my Christmas shopping done, so that's a win. And I didn't have that
Nice.
much to do because most of our families decided to like not bother with presents this year, which I don't mind. I think that's great. It means more money can go into food, so that's where my stomach and brain are at.
That's a good shout.
Getting those Yule
My
logs
sister's
ready.
birthday's tomorrow, which I know that isn't a win for me, but it's a nice thing. It's a shame that I'm not going to be able to get to see her because we were planning to. But my week dropped dramatically this week when I got sent to Wham Hallow and lost Whamageddon.
Oh, another one's fallen.
Yeah,
Sorry, man.
I got cucked by Spotify itself. I can't believe it. If you're listening to this on Spotify and you've got Spotify open right now, can you just like stick your middle finger up at it or something?
Middle
Just
finger.
stick your little finger at it. Just do something. Just do something to Spotify that it won't like. Just momentarily on my behalf. Thank you.
Call
Please
it
and
naughty
thanks.
No,
I have a Wham safe Christmas playlist that then had finished, and then Spotify did that thing where it then starts to play what it wants, and obviously knew that I was listening to Christmas songs, and then chucked on Last Christmas. For anyone that doesn't know what Whamageddon is, it's essentially you have to try and get as far through December up until Christmas Day without hearing Last Christmas by Wham. You can hear, you can sing it, and you can hear covers of it, but you just can't hear the original. And then as soon as you've listened to it, you're out. But it's a cool little gray area thing because if you're out and it's playing, but you don't like realize you're listening to it, you're still safe. It's as soon as you realize what you're listening to, then you're out.
Yeah, which makes you
And,
notice
like-
it quicker, I think.
Yeah. Last year, I got through until something like the 19th of December, I think, and I was in a farm shop with my sister and Tegan, and then I was in my element, looking at like condiments because farm shops always have the best condiments ever.
Fact.
And then I stood up because I was crouched down, and I stood up directly, and then went no, like in the middle of the shop, and I had many people look at me, and even Tegan was like, "What the hell's wrong?" And I was like, "Listen," and then she was like, "Oh no." And I caught it like right at the end of the song. It was the dee-doo-doo-doo-doo, that bit. I heard that bit, and I was like, "Nah, fuck." Whereas this year, I heard it. It was the beginning of the song immediately. Like the song changed to something else. We were busy putting Christmas decorations up or something like that, or we just got in from. Actually, no, we'd actually just got in from being out buying Christmas decorations at a Christmas shop, which didn't play Last Christmas while I was in there. Thought I was safe, got home, Spotify comes on, goes for the whole way through my playlist while we're making Christmas decorations and putting them up, and then quite literally, wham, ripperoonie.
Wham bam. I'd like to say I did well, but I'm pretty sure I was out like day 2 or 3, like on the 2nd or 3rd. So we have the radio on at work. I had no chance.
I'm still in.
6 days.
10 days in,
6
baby.
days.
And you,
Nice, good job.
it's like because we can't now play it for Jimmy because that would also be cheating. That you can't do that. You can't wham someone.
Well,
You can. It's
there
horrible.
isn't actually
Well,
a rule
PvP.
against it.
It's
There isn't.
gentleman's agreement. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, between
it says
us three.
in the rules, doesn't it? It says like it's a game of survival, and they basically don't condone you sabotaging other people, but it's
you
also
can.
not against the rules. Yeah,
Right.
I
But I
have
wouldn't do that.
Do you know like when you like smash songs that don't belong together in your head?
yes.
Last Christmas is one. Funnily enough, that I smashed together with "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Brilliant.
And I sing in my head, the once bitten, twice shy, you wouldn't get this from any other guy.
Nice.
That
And then I
works.
like sing the... And I do it every time I hear it, or like it goes into my head or something.
I thought you were going to say something like "Last Christmas, I'm never going to give you up" or something like that. Or, "I'm never going to give you my heart." But yours was much better.
Yeah, that crossed over seamlessly.
You can tell I've been working on it for years. It's my magnum opus. To rickroll people while playing Last Christmas PvP style Wham again.
PvP.
This is how Jimmy gets through the Christmas period. He just mashes Christmas songs with other songs in his head and giggles a lot as well.
It's the best time of year for giggling, so no one thinks I'm insane. They just like, oh, he's full of Christmas cheer is what it is, and I'm like, oh yes,
That is what it is.
So
Talking
you
about
guys have a favorite Christmas song?
Kinda, I guess. I really
You
like
must
Fairy
do.
Tale in New York, but it's kind of like not good to like it nowadays. Although it has, when it's censored, it's fine, I suppose.
yeah,
But a lot of like public radio are electing not to play it or to play a censored version, which I suppose
yeah, it's
is
a
fine.
different version of it.
That and a Carol of the Bells. I really like the August Burns Red metal cover.
Nice.
Of course.
Great.
I quite like the Don't Let the Bells End by The Darkness.
Yes, also a good one.
That song's pretty
It's
good.
because it's so non-Christmassy that's what makes it great.
It's well Christmassy. It's got everything you need: bells, sleigh bells, church bells. Anyway, it's sort of
It doesn't sound
bell-shaped
Christmassy, you know what I mean?
metal.
Have a choir come in.
I think it sounds quite Christmassy.
It's a great song.
It's not a
I do
traditional
love it.
Christmas. It's not like a.
I think maybe
Salvation
that's what I
Army.
was trying to. That's what maybe what I was trying to get at. Like it's not like a traditional kind of Christmas sounding song, but that's what makes it great.
Yeah.
I imagine Jimmy's August Burn Red cover of one of his favourite songs isn't sounding Christmassy at all.
It sounds like Carol of the Bells, which is what I was going for.
Okay.
But yeah, I know I get where you're coming from. They do, like, 'cause most of the covers they do as well is all like guitar solo for the vocal parts.
All right.
So it sounds like the Christmas song with a guitar solo instead of like
Fair enough.
being full on crunchy metal.
That sounds good. Speaking about Christmas fun and joy, December the 19th, we'll be doing a charity live stream, raising money for Young Minds, the charity who we're aiming to try and raise awareness of people suffering from mental health. It's for for young ages, teenagers, and even adults can use the service as well. We're going to be raising money from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m., possibly longer if we raise enough money. And we're going to be having other streamers on. We're going to be talking about mental health with them, and then also playing some fun games and doing some forfeits in between. So 19th of December, if you're around, if you're there, we'd really appreciate if you could join along. Don't necessarily have to donate if you can't, or if you're a bit short for cash this time of year, which is understandable, but just being there and helping spread the word, that would be absolutely fantastic. 19th of December, and that's not British summertime, Greenwich Mean Time.
Yeah.
9 a.m.
GMT.
will start, yeah. Did you have anything more you wanted to say about that one, Jim?
All I was going to say is your transition's been on fire today.
Thank
so
you.
clean at the perfect right time. Just killing it.
Thank you, man. Been working hard on my transitions. I thought you stepped up the game really well last week, so I wanted to carry on that
Been
level.
taking notes.
Yeah,
Jimmy's transition.
been learning from the best.
No, that was perfect. It's exactly what you said. The service is available for everyone, but the focus on youth, sharing it if you can't donate. 'Cause the last thing we want is for anyone to put themselves in a financially difficult situation.
Of course.
Yeah.
So we say, obviously, you can help by just like sharing us on social media and stuff like that to raise awareness. Oh, one thing you did miss is we'll be bringing on guest stream. Did you say about the guest streamers?
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
I
that.
may
You
have-
did covered everything then.
May have brushed over it real quick, but they will
Yeah.
be joining us to both talk about mental health and as well just playing some games and having some fun afterwards.
It's going to be fantabulous.
Yeah,
It's going to be great.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it.
yeah, big time.
Considering the first one we did, we had 50 followers and smashed it. So now it's like, we got to kill this one.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
yeah. If we
We
can
gotta
raise,
step it up like our transition game.
Yeah, exactly.
the segues are just perfect now. Learning from the best.
Do we have time for question of the week then?
Of course we do. Go
Yeah,
for
sure.
it.
Why not?
Nice.
What is the question of this week?
What do you guys think? Iron up a couple. Let me go find up the questions. The one that's got the most reactions recently is I've lost it. What is your favorite chocolate bar? And
Oh, no.
with the quotation afterwards, I want you guys to fight over the Whisper Gold debate.
Well, my
damn it.
favourite isn't Whisper Gold, that's for sure, and it's certainly not Yorkie Raisin and Biscuit either.
Oh, we forgot to go back to that.
Oh, we didn't go back to the meal deal thing. I'll tell
right,
you
quick,
what, we'll save
quick,
it for
meal
next
deal.
time.
I won't
I was
do
going to say we can save it for next
Yeah.
time, and then hopefully we'll have more meal deals to talk about.
That's-
and we can,
all right.
we can
Yeah,
explain
sounds good.
them. So look forward to that. If you're not going to look forward to anything else next episode, look forward to meal deal rating.
The Angry Viking. We haven't forgot about that.
You haven't got off that easily. But yeah, favorite chocolate bar. That is a really tough question. I think we're all in the same opinion that Whisper Gold, where me and Jimmy think it's good, Jamie doesn't like it. None of us think it's our favorite. So I think that's kind of
Yes.
cleared that.
I put it either to my favorite or pretty damn close. I really enjoy
Really?
it.
Ooh.
I think it's great.
It's
Okay.
not that I don't like it. I just think they're not very good. I think there are many other chocolate bars I'd put above it.
Jamie doesn't like it because he doesn't like bubbly chocolate. Thinks it's a waste.
Jamie
That's
doesn't
not
like
true.
fun.
Arrows are great.
No,
Arrows
you-
are great. I love arrows.
Why do you like Whispers then?
Yeah.
Because it's got nothing to do with the bubbly chocolateness.
That's
It
your
just
excuse when you say you don't like it.
No, I say I don't like Whisper Golds because the chocolate tastes like it's been left on the side for a week, like it's
Not
stale
true.
chocolate
Chocolate's
tasting.
delicious.
I don't like it.
I
It's
find
a
that
bad batch.
with Yorkie, funny enough. Rather,
Yeah, to
Yorkie
be
nowadays.
Yeah, Yorkie's gone the same way. It doesn't taste like it used to. It's not the same.
I agree with you there. You're definitely wrong on Whisper though.
Yeah, no, I think the
Although
chocolate
this
tastes nice. It's Cadbury's
My
chocolate, isn't
favourite.
it?
Yeah, but I just don't
Yeah.
think it tastes like Cadbury's.
Cadbury's changed hands a few years ago, didn't they? And they got picked up by an American company, and they changed a lot of the recipes.
I noticed cream eggs didn't got a bit worse at that time as well.
Yeah,
We could
they
really
did.
go into shrinkflation with Cadbury's as well if we wanted to.
Oh boy,
They're
won't.
I
still,
still love cream eggs. I still
I
love
love
cream
cream
eggs.
eggs.
and
Yes.
Cadbury's are still my favourite chocolate out of the other chocolate brands. So
Yeah.
it's not got so much worse that it's just not enjoyable anymore. It's still really good. Definitely better than like Hershey's. And I think Mars chocolate / Galaxy, I think it's better than
Yeah.
those.
I think Galaxy is my favorite. Out of the regular chocolate bars, I'd say Galaxy is my favorite.
Yeah,
Right.
Galaxy's good. I like Galaxy. It's nice and silky.
I enjoy
Creamy.
it. I just think it gets too much after. If I couldn't eat a whole like massive bar of one, whereas I could with Cadbury's.
I can understand. I can understand that it gets sickly. Like I do get that because it is quite sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got that
Um,
super creamy texture to it, but I don't
I'm
I
gonna-
don't struggle with that.
I'm going to answer the question of the week with two answers.
It's gonna say
And-
Milka.
Oh, God, I do like Milka. So I'm going to say if we're talking about chocolate bar in the form of like kind of how Mars and Snickers are a chocolate bar.
Like the
My
ones you see
favourite
in like
is-
the petrol station and all in a row.
Yes.
Yeah.
My favorite is Lion. I love Lion bars. I think they're incredibly underrated. They're so good. Big fan. But if we're talking chocolate bar as in like a bar of chocolate, I'm going to go with the Maltesers chocolate bar.
It's a bit of
'Cause
a.
it's-
I think they're a bit
it's-
of a weak one, but fair enough.
Oh, no, I think they're really good. I love them.
Because the brand
then
that make the Maltesers bar, funny enough, are the brand that make, well, it's Mars. They make Galaxy chocolate. So it's the same chocolate. So I'm surprised you don't like it as much as, you say, Jim.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It didn't really wow me, I guess, because
I
they
love
probably
it.
made the chocolate a little bit different. But when I tried it, I was like, this is nice, but I don't know. I wasn't super hyped about it.
I'm going to chuck in an honourable mention. I said
Oh.
honourable weird there, but I'm going to chuck in
Honourable.
a mention,
Shocking.
which is Morrison's and their like peanut chocolate
Yes,
bar. It's something else. It's so good.
I'd put that on the
It's in my top
honourable
3, I
mention
think.
list.
Yeah, it's so good.
I don't
It's
think
just
I've had
their
it.
standard. It's in like a bright orange packet. It looks plain as hell.
Offensive
But
to
get
the
it.
eye.
Yeah, it's not appealing to look at, but it's just like filled with like a kind of peanut cream kind of thing. And it's absolutely amazing. They also do a Jaffa one, which isn't quite as good, but it's still kind of good. But the peanut one is the one.
Nice.
No, I'll try it. Sounds good.
What about you, Joe? Favorite chocolate bar?
I've become a huge fan of, can't remember what their actual name is. It's
Describe it.
It's a Cadbury's bar with popping candy and like little jelly bits in it.
Oh,
I want to say it's
I
like
love those.
Marvelous.
Oh, the Marvelous.
Marvelous, yeah. I think I don't know what my favorite one is, but right now that's the one I really want.
Interesting.
That's,
I love
that's up
those.
there.
They had a banana one on limited release, and that
Oh,
was
did
my
they?
favorite for a little while.
Oh, that sounds great. I love banana
I
stuff.
didn't expect you to say that, Joe. That's not. I don't know. I just wouldn't have pinned you as that kind of man, like one that's filled with popping candy and jelly
Not
bits.
normally, funny enough, but
It's because
that's
Joe's
great.
so serious, you expected him to have a serious chocolate.
like a Bourneville.
Yeah,
Just plain dairy milk.
dark chocolate. Just
I love dark chocolate.
it's all right. So yeah, that's right now the
Interesting.
best one I can pick.
Fair enough.
What's Jimmy's? What's your favourite?
I know it's a bit of a meme, but I do genuinely love Whisper Gold. I just think it's really tasty.
You
I
put
don't
that
know
as your number one.
if I had to choose a different one. I think I might even go with Joe with the popping candy one. It's really good. Or have you ever had a Tiffin chocolate bar, like Dairy Milk Tiffin, and it's like
I
fruit
haven't
biscuit?
actually.
I
I
think
don't think I've ever had Tiffin like in general.
is delicious. So I'd say that one of those two,
Okay.
because you can buy them in like the chocolate bar shape. This is my because obviously we're like differentiating between like a candy bar, I guess you could call it. Sorry,
Right? Yeah.
Brits, and like a full-on size chocolate bar.
Okay.
What is Tiffin?
It's biscuit, caramel, and chocolate, isn't it?
I mean, that
And
sounds good.
fruit, and like dried fruit, I think, something like that. But yeah, it's basically all four of those things smashed together, and it's great.
Nice.
I'd eat it.
Because I always associate tiffin with like, it sounds like a kind of like oldie timey kind of thing.
It does
just
a bit,
because of this is how it sounds. Tiffin, like
Young sir, would you like a good bar of tiffin? Only
Tiffin?
2p.
Tuppence.
But I've never had tiffin before. I didn't know that Dairy Milk did like a tiffin bar either. That's new to me.
Next bacon stream.
Keep them peeled. Oh yeah, make
Next
some
bacon
tiffin.
stream. Oh hell yeah! Whenever that happens, when we
Yeah.
can all get together again,
One day.
make some food
Soon.
on stream. Yeah.
Ooh,
Next year.
The first vaccines went out a couple of days ago.
Did they now?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
91-year-old lady was the first person to get it in the UK.
What beast?
Yeah, and like one of the third or fourth people was some like 96-year-old man who CNN interviewed like, in America because they haven't got it yet. We're I think the first country to have it, and he didn't do us proud. I'm not gonna lie. Some
Of course he didn't.
grumpy old dude on the radio going, oh, what did he say? It was something.
Oh, it's just vaccine. Yeah, you know, loads of these.
Yeah, no, because he went to he had to go.
disease.
No, it wasn't that. He had to go to the hospital to get it, and I don't know how long he was waiting around for, but it was long enough to the point where they had to. They provided him with a meal, and he was complaining about how nasty the meal was at the hospital. So, I've come all this way. I've had to eat some pretty nasty food. They haven't fed me well. I've got the vaccine. Yeah, that's all done and that, but the food was horrible.
I'm
Have
going to
you
go
had
ahead
wet
and
toast before?
I'm going to go ahead and disagree with your statement about him not doing us proud because that's exactly what we do.
Yeah, but we don't want them knowing it.
Did he mention the weather as well? Oh, it's a bit cloudy today.
Yes, he did.
Outside.
Of course
He did. He said it's cold. I mean, he done us
Brilliant.
right. He didn't necessarily do us proud.
Yeah, okay, I could agree with you on that one. Fair enough.
You get exactly what's on the tin, but the tin's a bit shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The label's
Definitely.
been drawn on.
Yeah, exactly. It's dog food. Damn it. Wanted beans have been bamboozled again.
Right. I need to go because I'm about to have a coughing fix. I swallowed my own spit.
Hot.
I aim to
Thank you
please.
for listening to the Jstation podcast. This has been Joe.
And I'm Jimmy.
And I'm
can we-
Joe.
Filling in.
I feel like we've just found the podcast name right there, right?
What's that?
Swallowed my own spit.
These are so horny titles twice in a row.
Our name.
I love it.
Our name is getting stronger each week.
Hell yeah.
How are we going to top
Gotta
this?
keep
Find
setting that bar
out.
high.
Exactly.
Find out in episode 4.
Right, Joe, as you're coughing, do you want to do all the plugs since your voice works fine?
Yes. Which plugs?
Oh, I
The
meant
bath
like
plug, Joe.
Yeah, talk
right.
about bath plugs.
I'll go get it. So the bath plug in my bathroom plugs the plug and stops water from going down because it's plugged up.
Oh, it's the vaccine guy again.
Oh, you're back, are you? Oh, yeah, my bathtub's not filling up properly. I put the plug in, you see.
And it's black. I don't know how much detail you want, but I can probably go on for at
got
least
more
another
than I was
15
expecting.
seconds. All right, cool.
You succeeded. Superseded my... Superseded? My expect... Fuck knows. Doesn't matter.
Exceeded.
All this plug talk's just like it's emptied my brain. There was no plug in my brain. It's all gone.
Nice.
It's all washed away.
All right, beautiful people. If you want to, I'll carry us away for you guys. So Joe can go drink a big glass of squash or water or Coke or something. It's going to be, if you want to see all three of us together, go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/jfree. 5 days a week, you'll find us on twitch.tv/jfree channel, and we will be providing wonderful entertainment for your faces and eyes and ears, and sometimes your nose. If you're listening to our podcast, it's either on YouTube or Spotify, or you can go to anchor.fm/Jstation, and you'll be able to see multiple links of where you could listen if this isn't your preferred listening platform. Twitter and Instagram as well. Instagram, JFree channel. Twitter, JFree_channel, the only one that's different.
No.
You can find us
Sucks.
in all those
Although
places.
you did say youtube.com/J3 earlier.
Oh,
when
did
of
I?
course
Sorry.
It's not. It's J3 channel, but it's all good.
I'm going to snip it out and it's going to sound really unnatural. Or I'll leave it in. Bamboozle both of you. We'll see. I'll see how I
Yes.
feel
Well, that
after I've
won't
listened.
bamboozle because Jamie will correct you later and
He will.
make it look like he's not.
I'm
You're like a rat
bamboozled
cart
either way.
horse.
Right, lovely people. Hope you all stay safe and keep looking after yourselves. Charity live stream on the 19th of December, and we'll see you very
We love
soon.
you all very much.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Could do the wiggles.
Love you, bye.
doing
Wiggling,
it.
bye. We still
Doing
do it. Bye.